Hi, this is Love and Sparkles. And I broke my ring light. I'm the breaking this thing. I am the breaking this thing. But I've got, it's going to bounce every now and then because it's kind of in between my legs, but where I can finish up this area. We are on number 823. This is my giant HAED. When I get done, I'll turn off the ring light and step back so you can see where I'm down to. 823 is, I think, this one. Is that it? Yes. But yeah, we're getting there. We are getting there. I will have done 800. I've done 831 stitches so far today. Okay. I've been working on this one. I've been working on my hearts and diamonds, which that's coming along pretty good. It's got some popping drills. I don't know where I got it from. It's a budget company somewhere. So it's got the definite popping drills, so I'll have to seal it. But it is kind of pretty. So I'll seal it and put it up in my craft room. Let me see what else. Oh, I've got a couple of Diamond Art Clubs coming in that I can do some unboxings with. I've got a 10% discount code for Dainty Diamonds, and I think it's just Cindy 10. I'll have to check on that, but it's definitely the CYNDI, and it's either CYNDI here, yeah, it's just it, or Cindy 10. Vaguely saw that real quick this morning. And let me see, what else have I done? I've made, in the herbal world, I've made 3 tinctures. They're over there cooking. I don't know what you call it. Making, cooking, extracting, all that kind of good stuff. I put up a bunch of herbs. I've done the 1 tea, and I'm waiting for some other ones to come in for a real good sleeping tea. Now, I have found that if you put a little bit of kava in your tea at night, you're just like super relaxed, man. You'll go to sleep. And they recommend that you don't use a whole lot of kava because that stuff is pretty potent. It was just like instant. Oh, I mean, my whole body just relaxed, sunk into the couch. I was like, man, why don't they just give you this from the doctor's office? You know, instead of giving you stuff that don't work half the time. It's like, man, oh man. So I got a little bit. I just put like the barest little pinch in it. That's what I've been learning a lot, because I actually did enroll into a herbal school. So I'm actually doing the official learning route instead of just hunt and pick route. What in the world? Okay, that's up there. I'm trying to figure out where I'm at. Okay, I'm down here. Okay. Down there. I need to... See, that's weird because it's like right there. It doesn't make any sense. Unless I was over there. Oh, it's over there. Okay. Let's go over here for a little bit. That's the only bad thing about talking when you're doing a HAED. You can get lost really easy. Really, 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 really easy. Okay, now, up there. That's up there. And then I've started taking, it's not really a tea. It's a herbal infusion. But you take stinging nettles. This is for you people who have really bad allergies. You take stinging nettle, an ounce of stinging nettle, which is about a third of the jar. And then I put a little bit of peppermint and ginger just for taste. I mean, those aren't required. That's just me for taste. And then you go from that and you put I'm missing some of those. You put you turn around and you put you put boiling water to the top to cover it all up, and then you just let it sit. And I mean, you let it sit for a long time. I let mine sit, it's like 4 hours. And then you can put it in the fridge, and then you can drink a glass a day. You know, you have to drink it in 24 hours. So, you know, one thing of it lasts for 2 days, basically. And I actually found that I actually liked it, which I thought was really weird. But I liked it over ice. And it's a real dark green. Like super dark green. Okay, what am I doing here? Okay, there. Just see where I'm at. Because I don't know what these are up here. They shouldn't be there. I don't know what they are, but they shouldn't be there. Okay, so we're just going to take those off. Okay, and we have that one and that one. And then 2 over here. But, and you drink that, you know, once a day, every day for the month before allergy seasons. And it's already starting to think it's freaking spring here. We'll probably have one more really cold snap, and then it's going to be done. It's going to be done. So I'm made it up. I got my stuff making again for today. I've drank it for 2 days already, but it's not bad at all. I actually kind of like it, which is kind of weird. I guess I'm a weirdo, or else I'm getting acclimated to drinking these weird things as I'm making them, you know, because they tell you you're supposed to taste them, and I mean all this yada 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 yada. But you're supposed to taste the stuff, and you're supposed to do this with the stuff, and you're supposed to do that with the stuff. And so I've been doing that, you know, being the good little student. And have actually found that I like a lot of it, which is strange in its own way. But that I've got some tinctures going up. I mean, they looked at me really strange when I left the liquor store with like 2 gallons of liquor, and I still needed to go buy some bottles because I got the ones for the 50 proof and I got the ones that need the 75 proof, but I need some 40 proof, which means, or 40%, which means I need to get some 80 proof alcohol, and I don't have any 80 proof. I have every other proof there is, but no 80. So we will have to, you know, do something with that. I'll probably go buy a couple more bottles of vodka. They're gonna think I'm the biggest boozy in the world. And I keep telling them, I'm like, no, I'm building my apothecary. And they're like, okay. When you come walking out with, 2 of them were 100 proof, and 2 of them were 2 were 100 and 2 were 190. So I walked out of there some, you know, stout stuff. What in the world? Flipped over. But I was walking out of there with some stout stuff, and they were like, well, if you think about it, you know, when you get this all done, you'll have stuff that's, you know, worth way more than what you've spent in the alcohol. And I said, yeah, I will. And so, you know, that's kind of good. And I can make all kinds of, I'll start formulating then. I'm starting to formulate a little bit with my teas of, you know, I wanted to do this, so I'm going to put some of that and some of this and a little of that, and, you know, doing that to it. So that's kind of cool. And I'm almost finished. I finished one course because there were a couple of small courses. Still got the big one, the big Mamba Jamba course. Still have that one to do. And then after that, I think I'm pretty much caught up on courses. I think I'm going to leave those alone down there until I figure out what I've done. But I'll be caught up on courses, except for the introductory, which is like, I think, 100 hours to complete it. And I might actually have to write some stuff up. There we go. Might actually have to write stuff up for that one. I hope not. I hate writing. But, you know, if I do, I do. And then I'm gonna probably take the formulating course. They got a formulating course, which teaches you how to mix like 4 or 5 tinctures together to come up with what you need. And I thought that would be really good. And then you got that. Okay. So you have that. Anything over there? No, I already got that. And then they have a flower essence, you know, like the Bach flower essence. They have a course on that you can take and learn everything you ever wanted to know on Bach flower essence. And they have a aromatherapy course. And they also have a perfumery course, which I thought was kind of interesting. But I'm trying to finish out the herbal stuff first. It's like, yeah, my brain can only do so much at a time. And some of these books are like really, really, I feel like I'm back in college. You know, taking chemistry and everything. They are in depth. Herbalism has come a long way. Because last time I took a course was like 15 years ago. And it was just an introductory course. And it wasn't nothing like it is now. It's all, I mean, you learn the basic chemical components of it and where they act, how they act, why they act. I mean, it's like very in-depth. Very in-depth. I mean, that's cool. But I mean, it goes as far as telling you this herb works on this part of the body and it does this to this part of the body. And so it's much more involved than it used to be. But I really, if I was going to, you know, do this and start using them for myself and, you know, probably the family too, I was like, yeah, I really need to know the ins and outs. And so I was like, yeah, I need to know the ins and outs of this and, you know, what's the what and all that good stuff. So I did full-blown, let's go to school. So I do a little bit every day. I got some more herbs coming in today. It's kind of hard to do stuff when you don't have the herb base for it, though. You know, you kind of have to have your herb base, and I'm kind of missing my herb base right now. I'm just now getting it. So once I have the herb base, it'll be a little more efficient. Because that's just not very efficient when you don't have the herb base. There we go. And so those are coming in. My jars are coming in. I got more jars coming. Because, you know, you got to have jars to put these things in. And some of it's got to go in special jars. But then once I have everything, when I'm not making something, I can put it back in a closet. And I already know the closet I'll use. Okay. There we go. And then I'll That's what it was. I knew something was off. So that's what I've been doing with that. And then, like I said, I've been working on my Hearts and Diamonds event um, canvas, and it came out of my stash. And then I have another one I'm working on that's out of my stash. So I'm actually getting some stash done, even though I bought 2 new ones. I'm getting some of the old double-sided stuff out of there. So that is so much more helpful. Okay. And then they just came, and guys, I have a new driveway. They came and ripped out the wood driveway, because it was falling apart. I was getting where I was afraid people were going to fall in, or I was going to fall in, because it was like on its last leg. It really was. And so they came and they put that in today. So now I have a nice little driveway down there, which is so awesome. And let me see. I've been kind of keeping my nose out of all the hoopla that's going around right now. I do have one thing to say, though. There are so many people doing this. And so many people, I mean, it's not, people don't realize not everybody watches everybody. So just because you're doing it, people may not even know who you are. I mean, seriously, they may not even know what your channel name is, who you are, or anything, and you're all upset because someone else has started making trays, or they're making cover minders, or, you know, they're making this. Well, they're making that for them and their followers, basically. You know, because it's not everybody watches everybody. I mean, they just don't. I mean, I only have 330 something or 340 followers, so not everybody watches everybody. So, you know, it's not, or, oh, I made that, you can't make that because you're copying me. Well, you know, other people don't watch your channel, so they don't know you have it. They couldn't care that you have it. So someone that they watch making it is what they care about. You know, so it's like people need to realize that. It's totally different nowadays. I mean, it's not back like whenever there was just very few, and it's like everybody had their you know, little niche. It's not that way anymore. It just isn't. Oh, I'm sorry. Either my thing falls off my lap or I'm hitting it. You know, so I mean, it's just, that's just the way it is. Not everybody knows everybody. I don't know everybody. So they might be selling something and I don't have a clue. I don't have a clue. If I don't watch you, I'm not going to have a clue that you sell something, because the only ones I have a clue about are the people I watch. So the people I watch all know, but that's about it. So it's like these people that are having little hissies saying, oh, they're copying. They're not copying. They're doing their own thing, you know. And if you have a few that cross over, they'll tell you about it. And, oh, they're copying you. Well, they're not copying. They're doing their thing. They may not watch you. They may not know you. They may not know a heck of beans about you. And quite frankly, they probably don't care. Because they're doing their thing. You're doing your thing. They're doing their thing. And there is plenty of people diamond painting nowadays that everybody can do their thing. And it is not going to hurt anybody. Because there is enough of us out here that there is room for everybody to do their own thing. I mean, I'm sorry, but there just is. And people need to realize that. And when you act crazy and a fool like that, all it does is make people leave your following you, because they don't want to put up with it. They literally do not want to put up with it. And that little button's very easy to find, and poof, you're gone. And it doesn't take much for someone to say, poof, you're gone. So, all this crazy stuff that's going on it's outlandish. It really is. It's uncalled for. It's outlandish. I mean, like I'm saying, yes, in the beginning there was like 20, 25 subscribers, and each one of them had certain hours that they could do lives. And they weren't supposed to go over each other and this and that. And now there's hundreds of us. Hundreds. And you can't do that. You just go live when you go live, and your people will follow you. And the other people will follow them. And that's kind of how it is. And the ones that overlap, either they find a way to watch both, or they replay the other one. I mean, I'm sorry. I hit y'all. I'm sorry. I am so sorry. I will order a ring light, because the ring light sits on the light behind me, and I can swing it over here. But right now, it's like on my tripod in between my legs. Which is not a good spot for it. Okay. $8.44. It is. I kind of took a break from this, just because in November doing it every single day got really old. Really old. But yeah, that little guy was at my door bright and early this morning, because I called. Because when I bought the stuff and set it up, then it snowed. And then about the time it thawed out, they came out and they said, oh, no, you need to get a longer one. So I had to call and make arrangements, got that done, and, let them know that it was there and ready to be done and the whole 9 yards. And then what did it do? We had that massive ice storm. So I called and was like, do you know where I'm at on the list? And the lady was like, no, give me your phone number. Well, I never heard back, but evidently I must have been like the next person, because they were out here bright and early this morning, and I was so happy. So happy. He was like, yes. Let me see, this one's done too. I know it is, because I finished that color. Ta-da! And I use the method of hitting the search button. I poke on my, I'll show you. I poke on my symbol, and then it'll pop up whatever color it needed. And that's the way I do it, because I got tired of going. Some people go through every single color, and I was like, no, I can't do that. I would love to do that, but no, I can't do that. 336. Yep. I think this was a 240 colors, and I think I finished maybe 7. But I'm getting down to like I've got 20 of one color left and 10 of another color left, and so it's getting there. It is getting there. And I might work on this tomorrow, and I'm going to try to get this other section done. But I hope everyone's week has been good. I've been watching someone. All I have been watching is some lady, and she bought the art dot set, and then the artist, I don't know, but they're drills. One was acrylic and one was resin, and she's been like getting them all up as her resin and acrylic stash. And it's just like addicting. So I've just been watching that. It's like, Yeah, let's watch this. And then the other thing is I've been watching Discovery again. I hadn't watched it in a while, so I've been watching Discovery again. Now, I haven't seen a new season of Discovery, so I don't know if they're going to put another season out on it or if that's all we're going to get. Because they don't do it like they used to. Now that they stream them, it's like, yeah, well, we're done for a while. We'll do more later. And then by then, you've done forgot it. Then you got to watch it all over again. Just to figure out what's going on, you know, because you're like, I don't know, I done forgot. So it's like, yeah, I forgot about that. What's that? I have a couple bottles that I need to refill again. I just have a box of drills down there that are the ones that are for this canvas, but they couldn't fit in the bottle. And, you know, I needed like 5,000 of them, and they weren't going to fit in the bottle, so they're just down there in a box. But I am almost at the end. I think there's one more section, but I'm not going to do it until I can pull it up. And right now I'm not in a place that I can actually pull it up. So this, when I finish down here, then I'll just move on over. Yeah, just move on over. But I thought I'd show you this one because, you know, it's been a while since y'all seen the HAED. I hadn't pulled it out for a while. Let you see where I've gotten to. And what I do when I get done, like I said, I'll turn off the light and stand back and let you actually see it without the light pad behind it. You? That's 935. 940, so you're over here somewhere. 938. Is this one? Yeah. When you got 240 colors, well, like 230 now, maybe. To look through it, it's kind of a pain in the booty. And back then they didn't have those 240 count cases, so I have two 120 cases over here. Okay, that's 3021, and it was over here somewhere. Where did you go? There you are. And what I did for this, since I didn't have, I mean, all it is the PDF, I actually copied it, copied the PDF, and then cut it down and put it through my Xyron sticker maker and made stickers for this thing, because otherwise I wouldn't have had no stickers. 535, you're over here. Been a while since I used you, but I knew where you at. Starting to remember where all my drills are. You do them so much, you know where some of them are. I got the cutest comment from someone. I think it was Crafty Chef. And we were talking whenever, because she won the February giveaway. And so we were talking, getting all of her details. And she said that she had, when I was doing my stash videos every day, she kept hearing, she thought it was my clock. And so she told her husband about it. And he went and hunted up, and this is one of those Sony clocks where the parts move and, you know, sing the tune every hour, but like the doors open, or like mine's two angels flying back and forth in front of all these castles. But she said he went and found her a clock that played the tunes that she liked. I told her, you're lucky. I told her clock would last forever because I've had this since, oh man, when did I buy this? I bet I bought this back in 1999, 98, somewhere around there. And for a while it quit swinging. You know, the little fairy quit swinging. But the last time I moved, the fairy started swinging again. So now I have the swingy fairy again. So I was very happy about that. And it goes up on the wall, and I do not mess with it. You know, when they're that old, you don't mess with them, except when I have to turn time back or forward. That's the only time that thing gets touched. And then it's so high up on the wall, I have to have my son do it because he's like 6-something. You know, so it's like, come and give me my clock. Okay. 9:30. Right here. And you have to be careful when you're working with a canvas this big. You'll have drills pop off, and there is no way to find out what color goes where. So then you're just putting a color that's similar somewhere because you don't have any clue of what color goes there. You know, by the time you've figured out one popped off, there is no way to figure out where it goes. So, and of course, these are all source drills. They're all leftover drills, stash drills, that kind of thing. They do have popping issues and gapping issues. So I end up, when I finish this area, I'll go ahead and seal this one area just so that stuff doesn't come off. I got 2 on the very top, you know, because it fell off that one time, and it's lost 2, and I'll have to go back and put them in. But I'll wait until I get this down on the ground and get it, you know, kind of laid out and gone over, all that good stuff. You know, so I'll do that with it. I hope everyone else's weather has started being out. I think, but like I said, it's February. I figure we're going to have one more big hoopla. So I haven't pulled out because to do my rocks, I have to have the water hose hooked up. You know, because I got to scrub the rocks off, and then after I've scrubbed the rocks off, I got to put them in the thing with the water, and then every week I got to rinse them off and get all the grit out of them, and you know, so I'll need that water hose hooked up, and I don't want to hook it up until I know the freezes are over, because that's the last thing I want to deal with is a busted pipe underneath the trailer. It's like, no, thank you. And of course, it would probably be the side that's, you know, a foot off the ground, or not even a foot off the ground, versus the other side where you could actually get under there. So it's like, yeah, no, don't want to do that. 24? Yeah. So it's like, yeah, we are not going there, not doing that. Just no, 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 and no. So the rocks will be coming, but it's just going to be a little longer. Because I want to wait until I know that all freezes are over, so I can have the hose. And then I'll start doing some rocks and see what we can come up with. Because I know we got some really nice ones last year. Okay, where's 37? I have to have my glasses just in the right spot to be able to see through the dang things. Okay, so it's not over there. There it is. Yeah, I got trifocals, so they have to be in the exact spot on my nose. Or you can't see a blooming thing because every level is set up to be at that level. So if they start sliding at all, then I can't see. Oh, I guess you didn't pick up. Come on. Pick up the drill. And go ahead and dump that on. But I gotta pick these up one at a time, so it don't matter. You can stay on the floor. It's like, you can just stay on the floor. And you need to go right here. I noticed that you're not in there. There we go. And yes, I do have release papers on this thing. And one last one. Yes, 30, 31. Where's you at? 30, 21 was over here. So no, 30, 31's over here. There you are. No, that's 51. You might be 31. Yep, you're 31. I was not expecting that color. It's like a dark purple. Okay. Let me turn off the light on this thing. Let me unhook you. The tripod so I don't trip over it, because I can see that happening. We'll move this. There we go. And we're going to turn this off. Maybe. Come on. There we go. Okay. And this is what we have just done. Just finished all this right here. There you go. And so far, this is what's left up there, over there. And I'm fixing to move right over here, get this done, which this will be the equivalent of a 40 by 60? No, because there's just one more block down here, but I'm going to wait to move it. So not quite a 40 by 60, probably about a 40 by 50 block right here. It is done. So that is that. Got those and butterflies. So it is coming along, guys. And I will pop on out of here in 40 minutes, so that's not too bad. And I'll come back and do another one on the DP, the hearts and diamonds one. I will talk to y'all later. Make sure you hit subscribe if you have not. That way you can see this thing get finished. If you are subscribed, thank you for coming back. I thoroughly appreciate it. I love every one of you.
There will be a live on Wednesday, and I will pop more videos in. Love y'all. Bye.